¿Cómo estás? Espero que estés muy bien. Hello and welcome to today's Spanish lesson. Today I'm going to be telling you the exact ways that you can stay motivated when learning Spanish. I know that a lot of the times we struggle with different grammatical ideas in Spanish or how to remember vocabulary, but I think one of the biggest reasons people don't learn Spanish is because they aren't motivated, because they have that spark for a few weeks and they quickly lose it. Okay, so in today's lesson, I'm going to tell you exactly how you can stay motivated when learning Spanish. All right, let's jump right in. First off, use a calendar. To be honest, my life, my whole life, everything I do, I'm using my calendar. Whether that if I have an important meeting or I need to get something done, I use my calendar. Now, Spanish is no exception, okay? When it comes to learning Spanish, by having a visual reminder to say, hey, practice your Spanish for 10 minutes. Hey, listen to that one song in Spanish. Hey, read that book in Spanish, okay? That's going to keep you accountable, okay? And the thing is, by using a calendar and getting things done, feeling that sense of progress and like, hey, I'm actually doing something good here. I'm moving forward. That is going to be a big motivator for us, right? I know a lot of times you might sit around and hope for some strike of inspiration, strike of motivation, okay? But the reality is, if you want to be motivated, you have to take action. Action creates motivation, okay? So use a calendar. Now, I love this little quote here. I first saw this out of a finance book I was reading, and it was talking about building wealth. And it said, consistency, not intensity, creates your success, right? It's not like you're going to make millions of dollars tomorrow and then you'll be set and you don't have to worry about money anymore, right? It's a slow process, okay? Little by little, right? A few dollars here, a few dollars there. Slowly over time, you can build your wealth, okay? It's the same thing with Spanish. Build your Spanish wealth, right? Go slow, be consistent. Don't be too intense, because if you're too intense when learning anything, when trying to do anything difficult, you're going to burn yourself out. So the first week you're like, man, I'm so motivated. I'm going to study an hour a day. It's going to be so great. But before you know it, next week now you got to go to your kid's soccer game. You got to go to work. You have to make dinner for your wife. I mean, the list goes on and on, okay? So be consistent, not intense, okay? I'd rather you study for 1 minute a day than study for an hour a day and then stop a week later, okay? If you could study Spanish for 1 minute a day for years to come, you would be much better off than the person who just learns for a week but studied a bunch, okay? It doesn't make sense. All right, next, small and actionable tasks. This is like what I was just saying, okay? So instead of saying, all right, I'm going to study an hour a day out of this grammar textbook, you're going to say, okay, cool. I'm going to study 5 minutes on this particular topic to this afternoon at 5 p.m., okay? So kind of getting very specific goals, but also goals that are very easy to achieve, okay? Things that you could really do, okay? For the past, I want to say 3 years now, I have this reminder in my calendar that tells me to read for at least 5 minutes every single day. But ultimately what ends up happening is I say, oh, okay, 5 minutes, it's not that bad. Before you know it, I get sucked in and I've been reading for 20 minutes, which is a good thing. Reading is a good thing, okay? But use those small and actionable tasks, okay? That will keep you accountable and keep you motivated, okay? Next is to make Spanish a part of your life. I don't think a lot of people realize how integral Spanish is in my whole life. Of course, I'm teaching Spanish. I have a Spanish website. I make Spanish videos. But before any of that was going on, Spanish had become a part of my life. Spanish had become part of my identity. Now, if you want to learn Spanish faster and be more motivated, you need to make it a part of your life. It shouldn't just be some random little thing that you do here and there, okay? Make it a part of your life. Now, there's very easy ways to do this. One could be to only listen to music in Spanish when you're driving or cleaning or bathing, okay? Frankly, I do all of the above, okay? But that's a really easy way to start making Spanish a consistent part of your life, a consistent theme in your life. Because, when you're listening to music in Spanish every day, for example, now you're going to start to hear things, you're going to start to kind of be more curious about, they're talking about this cultural thing, or, oh, what is that food, or, what have you, okay? So that makes it a lot more enjoyable. It will make you more motivated because it doesn't feel like this chore, okay? Another one, read each night in Spanish. This is a really great way to make Spanish a part of your life. Before you go to sleep, just read something real quick. It could be a minute, 30 seconds of just reading something in Spanish. That's a really great way to kind of integrate Spanish into your life, okay? So think about things that you would normally do in English and say, hey, how can I turn this into Spanish, okay? So listening to music, reading, watching shows, what have you, okay? All right, so now we're going to come over to this side of the whiteboard. Number 3 is make it fun. I talk about this a lot here, and I think it really is a big issue. It's so unfortunate because I see so many people online who are making, the learning journey this big competition. Okay, it's not a competition, all right? This is your own thing, okay? You're doing this for you and no one else, okay? So make it fun, okay? Learning Spanish doesn't need to be this super serious endeavor, where you have to, be going extremely hard and buying all these different programs and spending hours and hours and hours, and it's all you ever do, okay? If that's what you like, please go at it, but make it fun, okay? It doesn't need to be something so serious, right? Why so serious? Just have a good time, okay? And relax. It takes time. This is the biggest one right here, why people give up. Because they say, man, it's taking so long, okay? Learning Spanish takes time, okay? It's not like you're going to practice for a week and then speak perfect Spanish, okay? A lot of times when people hear my Spanish, right, they're impressed. They say, wow, Nate, you speak great Spanish. But they don't see the past 7 years of daily learning that I've put into learning Spanish, okay? So it's not something that's just going to happen like that, okay? It takes time. Don't get discouraged, all right? Relax, okay? It's supposed to be fun. Have a good time. It's going to take some time, and realize that it's going to take some time. And so enjoy the process, right? I was talking to my girlfriend the other day, and she's really been struggling lately with, feeling like her having to write. She's a journalist. Sometimes she feels like, man, writing is so tough, and I have to, sit down, and it kind of becomes this monotonous task, right? And I know that happens to me sometimes when I'm, making a bunch of videos or have to do homework, right? So how can you enjoy the process? How can you remind yourself, oh, right, I enjoy the process. It's not just about the outcome. It's not just about writing some incredible article. It's not just about making the most amazing videos, okay? It's about enjoying the process. Enjoy the process of learning Spanish, okay? It's supposed to be fun, all right? This is something that's going to change your life and be an exciting, fun thing. So don't turn it into some horrible, arduous task, okay? Alrighty, well, there you have it. I know this lesson was a little different today, but I feel like a lot of times we don't talk a whole lot about motivation and things besides kind of the nitty-gritty of the Spanish language, okay? But really, how to stay motivated is something that's extremely important, because you could put in all this work and learn all these different concepts, but if you don't consistently show up and work on them, then you're never going to learn the language, okay? And being motivated is a part of that, all right? Well, muchas gracias. If you want to learn more Spanish with me, you can check out my website, SpanishWithNate.com. I have a bunch of videos on there. I have an entire Fluent Spanish Speaker Academy that you can check out with a ton of resources. And yeah, you can check that out. Bueno, que tengas muy buen día y nos vemos muy pronto. Adiós.